think he can play better.
Yeah. The big picture of a World Cup once every 4 years, and I would say what's fascinating about World Cups is you find out the state of the game around the world, South America, Europe, wherever it is, and this has been true this time as well. And some of the things we've learned are, in my opinion, alarming. I think it's been a fantastic competition and very dramatic, great fun, and some great performances as well. Brazil and Argentina in particular, I think worrying signs. In Argentina's case, perhaps less so, because they haven't got much of a World Cup record at all, but they did win it in '86, led by Maradona, and they were a total shambles. And they didn't really look as if they had enough quality players to be to play for a major nation. Brazil, again, Neymar, who was great in a bad side in 2014, in a better side this time, was awful. I thought his attitude was terrible. Now, you were hopeful early on when we were talking. I said, well, who do you think? And you were saying, I think Brazil. Brazil were bad, John.
Well, they were bad in the finish, Eamon. They were a bit unlucky, I'd have to say.
First of all, the coach picked the wrong team, I think.
I think the coach was no good, Eamon. I think the Argentinian coach was a disaster.
Yeah.
Spanish coach was sacked 2 days before. That's no coincidence.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like we're saying, Southgate's done a good job of what he has. The Brazil manager, you were on about it earlier, Paulinho, early on. Useless. Eamon. The lads he brought on were actually good players.
Jesus wasn't playing well either, John.
No, he wasn't good at all.
And Firmino on the bench, Fernandinho on the bench.
Exactly. But they didn't do it. Like, they were badly managed. Like the players that he brought on near the end again were actually very, very good players.
Douglas Costa, for example.
Made it. So if you're not going to be well managed, Eamon, you're not going to win the World Cup unless you've got 10 Pelés of his set. But they haven't got. But they had a lot of good players that were badly used. Now that's bad management. Now we go back to Southgate. He's actually used the players well with what he has at his disposal. That's all the managers can do. Argentina, they had to get rid of the guy. He was a total waste of time. He was going into it. Spanish coach, the good lad. Who got them there. 20 matches.
People were saying, well, it's only 2 days before the World Cup. Everything would be prepared. But if you're a coach, you're making decisions every day.
Every day, Eamon.
All through the games, training.
Everything. That's what managers are for.
Yeah, I know.
If you could do it like that, there'd be no such thing as a good manager. So that was vital to them, and all the various things. You mentioned the big nations, like Germany didn't qualify, Holland didn't qualify, Spain went out, and all the various things. And you said to me a few years ago, which is a very, very good thing that I've learned, the World Cup is an examination every 4 years of where football is at in the world. And that's absolutely right. And it tells us Germany, were they well managed? Did they have the players? Argentina, did they have the players but a bad manager? We don't know. But it's exposed in the World Cup because you're out on the stage. We all can see it. It's either right or it's wrong. If it's well managed, it's well managed. If it's not well managed, that's where it shows. But that's what's happened in this particular World Cup, as you say.
Let's tick them off. I mean, Argentina, without Messi, they have Aguero, they have Messi, they have Higuain, they have Di Maria. Don't have any defenders. I mean, Rojo and Mascherano, who's he's old, he's tired, he's playing in China. So there's a footballing nation that has produced great players, two of the greatest of all time.
We don't know what he didn't pick.
No,
maybe there are young fellas there that this manager was a dodo and didn't pick them. Do you know what I mean? We don't know, but all we know is where were Argentina? No good.
No,
we don't know the reasons, but they were no good.
Now,
you know what I mean? Germany, you could say we could know a little bit more about.
Well, let's just talk about Germany. This time last year, they'd won the Confederations Cup with what was described as their reserve team. A lot of young players, and everybody said, "Wow, these guys have some reserves in depth, strength in depth." And they haven't even bothered to play their big players like Ozil and Thomas Muller, and it's now what's clear to me, I think, after watching them, they really don't have. They're not producing the players.
No. But can I just say, I don't know what team he picked last year in the Confederation Cup.
No, they were largely, it was young guys like Brandt, for example, who came on as a sub a few times this time. He's regarded as a coming force. He was in the team. Young guys, some young guys, but they won it easily. They beat Chile in the.
But did they play these young lads through the year and into the final of this year?
No.
So see, that's bad management, isn't it? Yeah. Like, in other words, he's sticking with the lads.
Well, he's stuck with Boateng, who's clearly finished. Hummels, who's not great. No, he's okay, but that's what they stuck. Thomas Müller, who is definitely now past his sell-by date in a big way. Yeah, and so
but you're back to bad management there, Damon.
Well, I would hesitate to describe Yogi Löw as a bad manager. No, he's taken teams to 4.
Yeah, no, it's great, but he's won a World Cup. That's 4 years ago, Eamon. Yeah, it's 4 years ago, right? That's the decisions he made then. But did he? When talking about what happens with countries,
I don't think they have players though. Well, no matter how good you are as a coach.
No, but we don't know, Eamon. I'm only assuming they did very, very badly. Yeah. They won the Confederation Cup last year with young lads. That's why did those lads play from last year to this year, or did he go back to the older guys again? It looks like he did.
It was a mix. Well, Brandt came on as a sub, but basically he did go back to the older players. I mean, Gomez, Super Mario. He came on. He played actually. So see, we don't know. We're not familiar with Germany enough to say he should have played those players. But it comes back. I mean, doing what they did, the manager had to be obviously involved in that. The players he picked and all the various things. We don't know, but that's why the examination we're talking about it now. Germany didn't. They were rubbish. No, they were rubbish. Spain were rubbish in the end. Yes,
really. Yeah. So they had a few old players.
I mean, Spain losing to Russia. Yeah, albeit in a penalty shootout. The fact that they had to go to a penalty shootout is incredible, isn't it? With the players they've got. With the players they have, but there again, they're no manager. Eamon. So, it always, I don't think, there's very few World Cups have been won with somebody who was a bad manager. Yes. Yeah. They have to be guided, they have to be driven, they have to be doing whatever Southgate is doing, he's doing. He is the manager, and he's doing what he believes to be right. Spain didn't have a manager gone into it. Germany, as you say, might have said, well, they've stuck with the old lads when they shouldn't have done. All the various, we don't know all the various, but if something has gone wrong to get to the stage that they're at when they're knocked out as easily as they have been. Okay.